Off the eastern cape of Mexico's Baja Peninsula lies a marine sanctuary teeming with life. Cabo Pulmo National Park is a national marine sanctuary located in the beautiful Sea of Cortez. This marine sanctuary is one of the premier diving sites on the planet. It is home to the only living hardcore reef in the Sea of Cortez. The famous dive pioneer Jacques Cousteau called this place the world's aquarium, and Cabo Pulmo truly lives up to this designation. Cabo Pulmo is surrounded by a sandy desert, covered in green cactus, and surrounded by a rugged and rocky mountain range. It can only be accessed by a long, winding dirt road, but the dusty journey is worth it all. The rugged peninsula, the coastal desert, and the surrounding turquoise waters are incredible to behold. But that which draws visitors from all over the world to this tiny Mexican desert town is that which lives below the surface. Divers come from all over the world to immerse themselves in this incredible liquid domain. The water is warm and clear, perfect for adventure and exploration. The reef is home to hundreds of species of marine life. Colorful fish, flying rays, majestic sharks, gliding turtles, and swirling schools of jacks. If you ever get the chance to dive this incredible spot, you can be sure it will be an experience you will never forget. But it wasn't always this way. Cabo Pulmo used to be a tiny fishing village. For years, locals made their living by fishing in these abundant waters. Unfortunately, the fishing practices were unsustainable, and after decades of overfishing, the reef was left barren and the waters lay desolate. Nearly all the marine resources were wiped out. The local residents knew that something had to be done. Their livelihood and their community were on the line. They were unsure if the marine life could ever recover. It seemed like they'd gone beyond the point of no return, stripping the waters of almost every living thing. But a glimmer of hope pierced through their despair when a group of students and professors came to study the waters. They told the local residents that there was a chance that they could save the reef, but they had to make a difficult decision. They had to stop fishing completely. Life as they knew it had to cease. For if they gave the ocean the time it needed to heal, there was a solid chance that the reef, with the accompanying marine life, would be restored. Banding together, the locals decided to make the difficult decision to sacrifice their livelihood and stop fishing completely off of the coast of Cabo Pulmo. So on June 6, 1995, the President of Mexico declared Cabo Pulmo to be a natural protected area, and thus began the slow and arduous journey to restore the marine life of this rare and remarkable place. The people rallied together and were committed to making this sacrifice for the ocean and for future generations. Now, this courageous decision wasn't easy, and it didn't come without sacrifice. The first 4 to 5 years were the hardest they had ever experienced. Without their livelihood of fishing, the people had to find other ways to support themselves. They were very poor, and they struggled to survive. Many were tempted to give up, but they kept the end goal in sight. It took 10 years before they started seeing the fruits of their sacrifice. The sharks started to return. The magnificent mobula rays began to congregate off the coast. Dolphins gathered to rest and play. Whales returned to this sanctuary of peace. And the swirling schools of jacks, like silver tornadoes, were seen once again. The waters were teeming with an abundance of life. The fishermen and families of Cabo Pulmo had made a huge sacrifice, and the sacrifice they made all those years ago is paying off in huge dividends to this very day. Today, the marine life in Cabo Pulmo is booming. Fish of all shapes, sizes, and colors can be seen thriving through the healthy and restored reef system. And as the marine life was restored, the community and economy made a huge recovery. The restoration of the reef at Cabo Pulmo made this place a top destination for eco-adventure travelers like myself. This opened the way for hospitality businesses like restaurants, Airbnbs, transportation services, souvenir shops, art crafts, and so much more. Many of the fishermen now own their own dive shops. They traded their poles and spears for masks and fins. Not only are the businesses booming, but the environment is thriving. The story of Cabo Pulmo is an inspiring example that shows the beautiful reality that when we take care of the land will take care of us, and that there's far more value in life than there is in death. And this is a story that can be repeated in all of our lives as well. You see, As human beings with a selfish nature, we have a tendency to live in a way that's unsustainable. We burn the candle from both ends. Our lives are full of appointments, schedules, activities, and deadlines. There are so many things that are fishing for our attention. We're so busy and stressed out trying to make a living, but we're not really living. And we can become so wrapped up in ourselves that we don't see what's happening around us. We fail to see how our decisions are ruining us in the long run. God is calling us to live and think differently, to stop, to reflect, to slow down, to think of others, and live in such a way that we can be a blessing to our environment as well as our community. Many times this decision requires a sacrifice of selfish ambition and instant gratification. And sometimes the sacrifices we make do not yield instant results. Just like the fishermen of Cabo Pulmo, it may take many years to see that what we're doing is actually working. Sacrifice is never easy, but I want to encourage you that doing the right thing and sacrificing for the right cause, even if it's hard, is always worth it in the end. So I want to encourage you today to keep going, keep grinding, keep hustling, and don't stop. Stick with it. If you don't see results right away, be patient and keep the end goal in sight. Whether it be in the realm of your health, your wealth, your relationships, or any other worthy goal, your efforts are worth it. And while you may not see results overnight, your commitment and sacrifice will pay off in time. As we've spent time exploring the world's aquarium this past week, my mind has been brought back to another sea that is even more beautiful than the Sea of Cortez. The visibility in this sea is unlike anything the human eye has ever seen. The Bible calls it the Sea of Glass, clear as crystal, ready to be explored by God's trusting children. That, my friends, is a sea that you don't want to miss out on. You see, Cabo Pulmo and the Sea of Cortez are absolutely beautiful, but there's nothing on earth that can compare with the heavenly aquarium in the celestial Sea of Glass. The visibility will be so great that we shall see the face of God. Yes, the sacrifice to get there may be great, but I promise you, the reward is even greater. It will be worth it. And by God's grace, I'll meet you in that heavenly aquarium above. We hope you're moved and inspired by this new Reflections of Hope episode. When you have a minute, please check out the rest of our episodes. Each contains a perfect dose of captivation, exploration, and inspiration for your day. See more episodes and partner with us here at the website below. Your monthly pledge will empower us to continue to create life-changing content for all. If you'd like to join me on an epic excursion in Hawaii, or create some meaningful artistic imagery, or see more of my incredible views of nature and life, check out my other websites here. And of course, please connect with us on social media. Thank you for your precious time, attention, and support. Aloha always, mahalo, and maranatha.